Hey man, you ever meet somebody like maybe at work and you just you get to know them a little bit and eventually you just in your mind you're just like you're thinking to yourself like you're not having the greatest experiences with this person. You think to yourself, man, you know what, you fucking suck. I had some girl at work, stubborn ass fucking chick, while I was bartending, and we were like both bartending, and like I don't even know how it came to be, but she told me you have no sense of humor. Now, it's okay. That's her opinion. No, dude, no. Actually, it's not. It's not her opinion. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't really talk, I don't really like address things about like myself. I just, if you observe something about me and then you tell me, I'm not just come out and be like, oh, I'm this and I'm that and I'm this. But there's one thing that anybody who knows me or anyone who's ever met me or has spent any time with me, none of those, nobody that I've ever crossed paths in life with would ever say that I don't have a sense of humor. Like, I'm not. That doesn't mean to say that you have to that I'm funny, but like that is so. She didn't even mean it. She was just trying to, you know what I mean. You know what sucks, dude? And this is just the information has been developing and coming out. Bud Light, that shit sucks. Bud Light, and their VP of marketing, her name is Alyssa Heinerscheid. This is literally the Bud Light marketing campaign with Dylan Mulvaney. I'm sick of hearing this motherfucker's name. I'm not gonna call him she or that he's a girl because he's not. He's a gay boy. He's not a man because he doesn't want to be a man, but he's not a fucking woman. Do I think that some people are trans and they truly feel like they're in the wrong body? Okay, fine. Yes, I accept that. This guy is not that. It has been theater since day one, and people have been buying into it for over a year. Well, now this shit's coming to a head. Bud Light hopped on and has literally made one of the stupidest, worst decisions that I have ever seen anybody make ever. I'm being totally sincere with that. The Bud Light marketing campaign to involve trans inclusion for the Bud Light drinking community is so. Read the fucking room. These are not the people who give a fuck about Dylan Mulvaney and his journey to becoming a quote unquote woman. Read the room, Bud Light. Read the room, Alyssa Heinerscheid. I got a bunch of shit that I got pulled up because this is just amazing. It's the stupidest one of the stupidest decisions I've ever seen anybody make ever. Okay. So Bud Light boycott. We all know about this, man. If you don't know, Bud Light has been plastering this Dylan Mulvaney over their shit. It's been like a couple weeks since they let that shit out, right? I should have had this pulled up already. I apologize. I mean, we all fucking know what's going on, right? Dylan Mulvaney's the new face of the marketing for Bud Light. Here's you see it right here. Blah blah blah. I don't care. I don't care to watch a video with this gentleman. But it's just the most garbage marketing you could possibly imagine. I don't even know. What the reasoning is, but we do because we can watch her speak on it. This is Alyssa Heinerschneid and her So I don't know when this video came out, but I'm pretty sure it was ahead of a lot of the controversy. So this is like we're waiting to see. Let's see how this thing plays out.
Businesswoman. I had a really clear job to do when I took over Bud Light. And it was, this brand is in decline. It's been in decline for a really long time. And if we do not attract young drinkers to come and drink this brand, there will be no future for Bud Light. So I had this super clear mandate. It's like, we need to evolve and elevate this incredibly iconic brand. And what I brought to that was a belief in, okay, what does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone. It means having a campaign that's truly inclusive and feels lighter and brighter and different and appeals to women and to men. Mm-hmm. And representation is at sort of the heart of evolution. You've got to see people who reflect you in the work. And we had this hangover. I mean, Bud Light had been kind of a brand of bratty, kind of out of touch humor, and it was really important that we had businesswoman.
Well, look at her office, dude.
I had a really clear job to do when I took over Bud Light, and
look at this is her office. Okay, so whatever, it's her office. She's so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about and confident about what she did with this marketing.
And it was, and
look how big her
what I
eyes are.
brought to that was a belief in, okay, what does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone.
Look at the smile on her face.
Having a campaign.
Look at that. Look at it. I don't even think her eyes are the same.
That's truly inclusive.
Look at her, how excited she is.
Brighter and
so much excitement.
Appeals to women and to men. Mm-hmm.
What are the results? This article from Trending Politics. Go woke, go broke. Anheuser-Busch, so Bud Light's under the Anheuser-Busch umbrella, loses insane amount after partnering with transgender Dylan Mulvaney. After promoting a new marketing campaign with transgender media personality, God, Dylan Mulvaney, Anheuser-Busch reportedly lost $4 billion. That's right. This woman just lost Anheuser-Busch $4 billion. Now, I mean, $4 billion to the Bud Light pocketbook, or the Anheuser-Busch, the AHB. Well, let's see. Almost a week ago, the beer company's market cap was approximately $132 billion. As of April 11th, that's yesterday, it is down to 129.1. So, I mean, it's like, you know what I'm saying? And they got money, but she lost them $4 billion. I mean, it's just fucking amazing. Again, what do you expect, dude? This is fucking America, baby. You don't fuck with our beer. Now, these aren't my words. I don't give a fuck about Bud Light. I don't even drink much at all. I don't give a fuck about. I'm not drinking Bud Light. I wouldn't buy Bud Light before this, and I'm not buying Bud Light after this. I mean, it's garbage, but this is again, read the room. This is America. You don't fuck with people's beer and slap a transgender cosplaying gay boy on your beer can and expect to change the culture. Listen, man, there's some cultures in this country that are not gonna change. And a lot of people are speaking out about a lot of trans stuff and a lot of the LGBTQIA, plus whatever stuff, carry the 7 exponent to the 4th power community. And, you know, if you have anything to say that isn't a hug and a kiss on the cheek, You're a transphobe, you're homophobic, you're this and that, you're phobic, all this arachnophobia, all this shit, right? But if somebody is, that's just, they're cheapening the words. They just like to throw out bigot and transphobe and phobe this and phobe that, and it's all hate speech. You're cheapening the word. If somebody is truly racist, if somebody is truly to their core transphobic or truly homophobic, I have some fucking news for you. You are not going to change them. Ever heard of a reformed racist? Oh, I was racist and now I'm born again and now I'm not racist. It doesn't fucking exist. I hate to be the one to say it, but racism has to die with the people who carry it in their hearts. It's as simple as that, man. Bud Light was the nation's top selling beer. Yet they literally, now it's going to be, I think like Miller, Corona's, Mexican beer is way better than American beer anyway, like the sudsy shit. The cheap ass shit, in my opinion. But they were the top selling beer in this country. Sales tanked. They literally just handed the bag over to all the other beer companies. Because it's like, even if you're a distributor, right? Even if you, or you're a salesman. I used to work for Miller Coors out here, the Odom Corporation. So if you're a salesman, or you're placing orders for beer, either on premise, off premise, bars, grocery stores, etc., and you're not, and you are for, you know what I'm saying, or you don't really have a dog in the fight when it comes to their marketing campaign about the transgender community, it doesn't matter, because it's not up to Alyssa Heinerscheid to change the culture and change people's mind. This is beer drinking culture. So whether you stand behind the fight or not, you have to understand that the people that you are selling your product to, who are paying for your product, you have to know what it is that they want. And they don't, and so it's like, no matter where you stand, if you're on the sales and the marketing side or the ordering side of things, you have to do something about it. Because look at all the backlash, man. Controversy over Bud Light's partnership with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney looks like it has staying power. The people have spoken. They say, you know what I mean? This just proves that money does talk. The people have fucking spoken. You're gonna target your marketing to just a small percentage, such a small percentage of people, when the large majority of the people who buy your beer don't give a fucking fuck, dude. Read the room. Now, I know I hear I hear a lot of people, like, I've seen on Twitter, people saying boycott. There's a video of Kid Rock shooting the Bud Light, right? And he's like, yo, fuck Bud Light, I'm out. And a lot of people are jumping on that. A lot of people are trying to, target. A lot of people want to boycott Anheuser-Busch as a whole, as an entire entity. I mean, you know what I mean? This is the team. This is the Anheuser-Busch website. Their CEO is Brendan Whitworth, and this is the lineup. Did any of these people have anything to do with that Bud Light? No, probably not. Are we gonna put all of the blame on Alyssa Heinerscheid? You could. But you're going to tell me in a room full of fucking executives and whatever their fucking round table looks like in some high up office, you're going to tell me nobody else in that fucking room what spoke up? Nobody else in the room was smart enough to realize, hey, man, I don't know. Like, we might want to think about this. Like, I don't really think this is that good of an idea. Do we really want to go through and paste this Dylan Mulvaney on our beer can? Like, is that nobody else said anything? So we all want to blame, right? We all want to blame Alyssa Heinerscheid, which, cool, she deserves it. But nobody else said anything? You ever, like, yeah, like you watch a movie and there's a certain part or a certain line where you're like, how did that make it in? And you're like, and you think to yourself the same thing. It's like, how did nobody, like, this ran through a whole line of, like, production from start to finish and nobody said anything? Man, this chick, she don't drink Bud Light. You think this lady is drinking Bud Light? You think really she's sipping on Bud Light? She don't even drink this shit. Yet she wants to decide the people who do need to be more inclusive. Here's the thing about, man. So I get the idea of inclusivity, right? Like, I totally get that. I think it has its place, and I think sometimes it just needs to step aside, though. Like in this case. And I know that it comes from a place of compassion, right? And understanding. And that's great. But it just seems that it's gotten to a point, well, it just seems like people think that compassion is a perfect virtue. That it's not flawed at all. That as long as you sprinkle compassion anywhere, it's just nothing can go wrong. Well, I got fucking news for you. Nothing is perfect. This is the whole idea, this inclusive stuff, right? And this equity shit. It's like, comes from a good place, wanting to understand people, compassion. Well, they're weaponizing compassion now. They're taking advantage of people's compassion. Because again, if you speak out anything against these sort of narratives, you're a bigot, you're this phobe, that phobe, up phobe, down phobe, green fish, blue fish phobe. You know what I'm saying? You're a hateful person. No, that ain't it. There's a time and place for everything. And sometimes you can be too compassionate. You can allow your compassion, your sense of compassion and empathy for others to cloud your judgment. Compassion and empathy are not perfect virtues. They can be weaponized. We're seeing them being weaponized. And the people have spoken. The Bud Light drinker, the used to be Bud Light drinkers have spoken. We don't want any of this shit on our beer. Don't fuck with our fucking beer. We're trying to fucking drink and fucking... We don't give a fuck about Dylan Mulvaney. Nike did the same shit. People aren't happy about it. Like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Seriously, man. Let me see if I can find... Yeah. So this is him like a year ago, because I think he's at like day 365 of womanhood. Partnering with Tampax. All this fucking make-believe ass bullshit. Because because now trans women, biological men can have a period. Like, this is proof right here that it's all fucking theater. Wake the fuck up.
Day 31 of being a girl, and I'm freaking out a little bit. I haven't gotten my period yet, okay? I'm late. And, I mean, I haven't kissed anyone in a while, but still, like, we know what happened to the Virgin Mary, okay? It's possible.
Can we just take a moment of silence for, like, the death of integrity? We're literally seeing just the death of... just common sense. If you can seriously watch this video and you don't and you don't have an issue with this fucking guy who has to shave his sideburns and his beard, and he's clearly making a mockery of women, listen again.
Day 31 of being a girl, and I'm freaking out a little bit. I haven't gotten my period yet, okay? I'm late. And
get used to it, buddy boy, because you're never going to get your fucking period. I support anyone doing whatever that they feel comfortable, whatever makes them feel comfortable, whatever makes them happy. But this is fucking theater. And this is the motherfucker. I'm sorry, you're not a fucking woman. You're making a mockery. Women should be insulted by this shit, bruh. Listen to this.
I mean, I haven't kissed anyone in a while, but still,
Who would want to kiss you?
like, we know what happened to the Virgin Mary, okay? It's possible.
So what, you're comparing yourself to the Virgin Mary? Look at this smug ass smile at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Day 31 of being a girl.
I can't do it anymore, man. I'm sorry. If you see this shit like this and you're just like, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, well, that's his truth. That's her truth. I'm sorry. You like stay over there and I'll like be over here. And like, I'll leave you alone and you leave me alone because this is clearly bullshit. It's been theater since day 31, day 1, 300, day 360, whatever. It's like, if you can watch that and you don't understand that this motherfucker is trolling everybody and playing anyone who believes in it, playing them for a fool. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. Like I don't know what else to say. Good job, Bud Light. You fucking blew it. Now crack open a fucking bottle of Corona, stick a lime in it, subscribe to the channel, hit the like bucket, sink it on the Peso Mystic. I'll be back. I promise.